What's up, YouTube? So, in this topic, I'm gonna talk about spiritual practices you could do. Spiritual. It's I consider that spiritual healing as well. So again, I didn't make this up. I got these from other YouTubers. And if I have time, I will leave links down below of like the type of YouTubers who do certain spiritual practices that maybe you could learn from, and you could watch how they do it, and or not how they do it, but how they explain it, and maybe you can apply it to your life. So if you're into spirituality, or not even, it's not, you don't even have to be into spirituality, but like it could be for health relations as well. So I'm gonna get to the point. So right now I'm gonna list the spiritual practices or health relations for mental and physical body, right? For healing purposes, pretty much, right? So again, I didn't make this up. I got these from other YouTubers, so I don't want to accidentally take their credit, even though they're the ones that did it, right? So you have meditation, you have fasting, you have working out, and you have eating healthy, such as consuming a lot of fruits and vegetables if you want to eat. Um, oh, and full body stretching, yoga, right? So, well, honestly, erase all that. Yoga, full body stretching every single day. Yoga, meditations, fasting, and what up? Fasting, yoga, meditations, and working out. So and crying out your traumas, crying out your anger, and also being angry, such as releasing your traumas, your pains through working out, especially working out through running, through screaming. And again, I got all these from other YouTubers as well. So I'm gonna talk about first. I'm gonna talk about meditation, I guess. So there's this guy named Serious Inner Temple on his YouTube channel. He talks a lot about meditations, and there's other spiritual channels as well that talk about the importance of meditations. Not just it's Serious Inner Temple too, but it's other channels as well. I forgot their names, but they talk about the importance of meditations. Meditation is important because when you're meditating, you're also focusing on your breath, on your breath work. So, if, let's say for example, you have a lot of anxiety, right? The more you meditate, the more you're able to slow down your breaths, the more you'll be more calm. And I feel like, my opinion, again, I'm not a professional, but in my opinion, I feel like it helps slows down and it helps regulates your nervous system, because if you're constantly meditating every single day, if you're focused if you're focusing on your deep breaths every single day at a certain time, you're gonna slow down your heart rate, you're gonna slow down your heartbeat, and your nervous system is gonna be calm, right? Which is a good thing. But also when you meditate, people mention that like they get like past life flashbacks, or like you get a lot of intuition. Like your intuition will increase the more you meditate. And again, I got these from other YouTubers, so I don't want to take their credit. I didn't get this on my own. I got this from other people. So when you do a lot of meditations and deep breathing exercises, again, you're gonna slow down your nervous system. You're gonna help regulate your nervous system. You're gonna slow down your heartbeat. You're gonna be less anxious, because I've tested this out. There are times where I've meditated for long periods of time. I've noticed I'm more calm. I'm more relaxed, especially with my nervous system. Now, for spiritual benefits, I've heard that like when you meditate, well, there's certain types. So like you can actually act. I don't want to get into there, but when you meditate, you can actually have more intuitive downloads. And I got this from another person on her YouTube channel. You do get like more, like you just have a stronger intuition pretty much the more you meditate. And also the more you meditate, just you're gonna look at life a lot differently. Like you're gonna look at life more peacefully. And like some people claim they have some people have past life flashbacks. It depends how your mind is. It depends what your life purpose is. So people experience different things when they meditate, but overall it will keep you more calm, and it will help regulate the nervous system, especially the heartbeat. Now, when it comes to fasting, again, I'm only speaking on what I know, on what I learned from other people. So I may not know too much. So hopefully, I might not. Hopefully, if you're disappointed, then hey, I'm trying. But so meditations and there's fasting, right? So what I've learned from other people is that like when you fast, you actually help healing the body. Some people fast for 2 days, some people fast for 1 day, some people fast for a week, a couple weeks, some do it for months. There's different types of fasting. There's dry fasting, there's water fasting, and there's juice fasting. Water fasting is like pretty much you're fasting. So fasting means you're not eating food. You're withholding yourself from eating food from long periods of time. But when you're water fasting, you're pretty much only drinking water. That's it, which what I do, which I feel like is considered what most people do when they fast. Obviously, they drink water, but they don't eat food for a certain amount of periods of time. Dry fasting means not only you're not eating food, but you're also you're not drinking water or any type of fluids or liquids as well. So that's dry fasting. Juice fasting is when you're fasting, but you're consuming fruits and vegetables that are in a blender and you're just drinking that shit. So that's called juice fasting. So there's different types of fasting, but more so I'm talking about, I guess, water fasting and dry fasting. So supposedly when you fast like that for long, especially for long periods of time, you actually help heal the body. This is why like when you fast, you feel a lot more relaxed. Like your body feels a lot more better. You feel a lot more clean and lighter. Like your body feels more at ease, pretty much. Again, there are scientific proofs that like it does heal the body. The people I learned from, they go more into detail. I just forgot, or I don't know how to explain it, but or maybe I do, but I'll probably miss. I guess I don't want to give you guys misinformation, you know. But basically, from what I've remembered, when you fast for long periods of time, it helps heals the body because when your body is withholding from food, especially from long periods of eating, um, all the junk food, all the toxic foods, like it's gonna help release. It's gonna help get released from your body. Like all the toxins is going to get released from your body, right? Especially when you're not eating food. So this is why when you fast, like your body feels a lot more relaxed. Your body feels a lot more regulated, pretty much. Again, I know this all things I can remember, but like people go more into detail. There's scientific facts that like when you fast, you do help heal the body. I think you help heal your cells. Something with cells. I think your blood cells is something like that. Well, but anyways, it helps heal the body regardless. And and I've um and I've also heard like the more you fast, you have a lot more mental clarity because when you're constantly eating food, you're just gonna clog up your body and like it's gonna be hard for you to process information. Whereas when you fast, your body's gonna feel a lot lighter. You're gonna release a lot of toxins and like your mind and your brain's able to process a lot more information as quick, and you're able to improve your communication skills. You're able to intake a lot of knowledge, and you're able to just withhold a lot of to remember and withhold a lot of information the more you fast. This is why like even I felt this too. Like whenever I'll fast for like a long periods of time, I feel like my mind is a lot more sharper. I feel like I have better communication skills, and I feel like I could be able to like analyze things and think things through. And I feel like I can understand more things, and I feel like I can take a lot more knowledge as well. And of course, my body feels a lot more better, and that's what fasting is. Again, channels that talk about fasting, check out Sacred Serpent. He goes into detail about fasting. Sacred Serpent, he does talk about fasting. There's also another channel called Enofe. Recently he put all his videos on private because he said he used to have a lot of fasting videos, but he put most of his videos on private. So he only has like a couple videos that are public. That's about fasting, but definitely check him out. He's actually like he's into breatharianism, like where he's not eating food for like a certain amount of weeks and months, which is pretty impressive. And like again, everybody's body is different, so what may work for you or me may be different from other people, you know. So just because I'm saying the good benefits of fasting, you don't have to do it, but if you want, you could try it out. And when you fast, you ain't got to do it for like 2 weeks. You can only do it for like a couple of days or so, or just even one day, you know, per week. But people have different bodies, and people have different spiritual practices as well. So this is why some people want to fast for long periods of time. But definitely check them out. Sacred Serpent, and check out Enofe. They both talk about fasting. They're very detailed on it. Also What else? Also yoga, full body stretches. So like, of course, you heard that like yoga and spirituality, it goes hand in hand. So like, of course, when you're doing yoga, you're doing full body stretches. You help relaxing the body, and again, shout out to Inofe because he he talks about he actually inspired me to do yoga and to stretch because E Inofe Enofey. Check out his channel. He did mention that like when you're doing full body yoga stretches, um, pretty much the longer you do it, you're releasing a lot of energetic blockages, like especially around your neck, your stomach, your back area, just all over your body. The more you do long periods of yoga stretches, you're releasing all that pent up like toxicity from like all like just you're pretty much releasing all that pent up energy. It gets I forgot what he said, but like pretty much all like from your day to day lives, like all that trauma and painful experiences you've dealt with, you've experienced, it gets all that energy, it gets stored up to your body, right? So this is why you have a lot of blockages because it's hard for you to release. Let's say, for example, like this right here in the spiritual community, it's called your throat chakra, right? Your throat chakra is pretty much your throat area, right? So with your throat area, you're able to talk a lot and you're able to speak, obviously, because it's your throat, right? And that's called a throat chakra. So when you have a lot of blockages, when you experience a lot of trauma or pain, eventually that gets blocked, especially around your throat chakra area. So when it gets blocked, it's harder for you to communicate. You tend to stutter a lot, and like it's harder for you to like explain things, right? Or have you ever been in a situation where like no matter what, no matter how many times you try to speak, it's just like your throat can't process like your words, or like your throat is just not working, right? Like you're stumbling on your words, you're stuttering, you can't talk as much, right? But the more than likely, you have a lot of blockages around your throat chakra area, or even around your neck area as well, because your neck and your throat ties in together, you know. Um, so try stretching out your neck area. Like you can go like this, you go like that, you go like that. And there's other stretches as well, but try to do long periods of yoga stretches around your neck area, and I think that releases your throat chakra blockages. And again, I didn't make this up. Inofe, he got this, and I personally believe him because like when I tried yoga full body stretches for like a couple of days, my body feels a lot more better. I just feel a lot more better. I feel like I've released a lot of like pent up energy. It seems, you know. So check out Inofe. He definitely talks about fasting and yoga, and obviously other people, other channels talk about that as well. I just don't remember the name at the moment. But also, you can try working out. Now, me personally, I added this to the list on my own. But working out, it is important because when you're constantly running, when you're constantly lifting weights, I feel like you're releasing a lot of pent up anger. Because like this is why when you work out, when you lift weights, your body feels a lot more better. You feel a lot more relaxed, and you feel a lot more pleased and happy, right? Especially when you go into the gym, you lift some heavy weights, you just feel better. Not even heavy weights, just weights in general. Just even going to the gym, just doing push-ups, sit-ups, just in the gym. You know, your body naturally feels a lot more better. And in my opinion, I feel like working out does release some blockages as well, or at least it releases a lot of pent-up anger. You know, because when you're angry and you constantly work out, you feel a lot more better, right? The more angry you are, the more adrenaline you have, and the more you work out harder in the gym, and then you have better results, and then you feel good, your body looks good, and it's just a win-win situation, and you release a lot of anger as well, you know. I feel like working out is a good substitute and alternate versus fighting someone, like you know what I'm saying, like because when you're fighting someone, when someone pisses you off and then you try to fight someone, then more than likely you could really do a lot of damage to that person, and then you're gonna get in trouble, and then you get put into jail, or some shit is gonna happen where you're gonna regret, right? Well, not even regret, because I understand some people do deserve an ass whooping, right? But what I'm saying is, you get what I'm saying, and I'm not. And again, it depends on the situation, of course. You know, like where sometimes it is okay to fight, you know, to defend yourself. But I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about when it comes to petty situations where like just dumb situations where like you can easily walk away, where you're pissed off, but like it's not worth fighting over for, right? So instead of like try to retaliate back to that person, just go to the gym, release all that anger, and then it's gonna help benefit you, you know. But not even with that, it could be like a breakup or just some petty shit or like a bad day at a job, you know. Just lift weights and then your body's gonna feel a lot more better, you know. And again, I'm not saying anything that pisses you off or any bad situation you've experienced with people to just go to the gym. Obviously, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, you know, like you get what I'm saying. Like, you get the point where like when you're working out, you're pretty much releasing a lot of tension in your body, and you don't even got to be mad. It could be like, let's say you're just a normal day from work, and when you're going to the gym, you're just releasing all that tension from work all day. You know what I'm saying? From all that stress. And yeah, also I've got to mention that when you're working out, you're releasing a lot of stress. Then when your body feels better, your mind feels better because the mind is the body, and I feel like that ties into spirituality as well. And this is why that's my list of like good spiritual practices. So imagine you're fasting, imagine you're meditating, and imagine you're doing a full body yoga stretches and you're working out at the gym, and like real like I feel like that like all these options can really help heal the body physically, right? Now, of course, with mentally, of course, just cry out your traumas. Try to purge out by like yelling, like like yelling in your car, or like having a pillow, yelling in a pillow, or going to therapy, or just going to therapy specifically for your nervous system, or just talk therapy, you know, mental health therapy. Now, all these are like mental spiritual practices, but for physical spiritual practices, you could try fasting. You could try again full body stretching yogas. You could work out at the gym, and what else? Oh, and you could also try out meditations. You could do all these four at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but at different times throughout the day. So let's say let's say at a certain time you wake up in the morning, you want to go to the gym, you want to lift weights, and then you run outside, and then after that you do your full body stretches, and then you meditate, right? Now imagine fasting as well. Now you can do all those things at the same day, just different times by the same day, and I feel like that could really heal the body spiritually. You know, it's just a good mix. I also forgot to mention running. So like when you're running, running's very like I feel like running is a form of meditation as well, because when you're running, again, just like working out, you're releasing a lot of tension in your body. You're also releasing a lot of stress in your body. And me, like, I love running. I'm a runner, so like when I'm running, I feel like I'm always in a good mood whenever I run. I feel like it's funny because when I run, I just imagine myself me running from my responsibilities, me running from life, pretty much. And this is why I'm able to run for long periods. That's why I'm able to run for long periods of time, because I'm just pretending I'm running away from life. I'm running away from its responsibilities, and I'm just running away from the cruel evilness and fucked upness of this world, right? I'm trying to get away from this society. This is what I think about when I run. Well, not all the time, but at least that's one of the things I think about when I run. From my responsibilities, from the cruelness of life, and from society, and from people, you know. And from my trauma and my pain, you know. This is why I run. So like I just vision myself getting away from all the bullshit this world is offering me, you know. Just life, you know. But I feel like when you run, it's very spiritual as well, physically, because when you do a lot of running, again, it helps heals the body. And the examples I listed, like, and the examples I mentioned right now, when you're running, you can even do that. You could try out my method, you know. And I feel like that's another good form of like releasing tension and blockages, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but now you feel a lot more better, because now you're a lot more slimmer, you're burning fat, and like you feel a lot more better in shape. I feel like running is very important, because like, yes, you can work out, go to the gym all you want, but you still need to have healthy lungs. You still need to have a healthy heart. And when you're constantly running consistently, you don't have to go all out and burn yourself out. But I'm talking about just incorporating your running throughout the week. At least getting some runs in during the week, you know. I feel like it's gonna help overall make you a lot more healthier, you know. You're gonna have a stronger lungs, you're gonna have a stronger heart, and you're burning calories, you're toning up, and you're gonna feel a lot more better. I feel like running is a good life skill as well, because what if someone steals your car keys, right? And then you gotta chase that person down, you know? It's just simple shit like that. I don't know. Or like maybe someone's chasing you with a chainsaw. I'm just saying some bullshit, but you get what I'm saying. Just make sure you're running, you're working out, and I feel like so again, imagine running, lifting weights, um, full body yoga stretches, meditations, and fasting. If you do all these physical things throughout the day, I feel like you can really help heal the body spiritually. And again, that's for physical. Now for mental, obviously seek out therapy work or counselors, or just cry out your traumas and pains, and scream out your traumas and pains, like through the pillow. And also you could talk about it to someone, you know, and you can go I think there's certain therapies that help regulate the nervous system. I forgot what to call it, but there's different types of therapies that's for the physical body and for the mental as well. But I pretty much these are the most spiritual and healing practices that I could think of. I think that's all of it, to be honest. There could be more, but I think that's all of it, you know. So definitely try it out. This video is more so just to inform you guys like on the things I've learned when it comes to spirituality. Because I love spirituality. I'm into spirituality. I watch a lot of spiritual channels. I love spirituality. It's my passion. But also I'm into healing as well. So it's not easy. Healing is easier said than done. Because if it was easy, then everyone would be on a healing journey, you know. But if you don't want to learn more about healing and about spirituality and tarot cards, check out New Mind Frame. Her channel, she talks about healing, like healing from trauma and painful experiences. She's really good at what she does. She has two channels. So her main channel is pretty much like a psychology/healing channel, and then her other channel deals with like tarot readings, and spirituality. You know, definitely check out her channels. New Mind Frame, NUMINDFRAME, New Mind Frame. You know, and her tarot channel is New Mind Frame, and then type in tarot, TAROT. You know, but anyways, there's so many channels that talk about spirituality and healing. You know, and this is where I learned from. You know, I feel like these are good practices. You know, like I'm trying to add these to my schedule. Now, fasting is hard. The most I could do is probably like 1 to 2 days. But definitely, if you are gonna eat like me, because me, I love food, I love eating. Try to eat more fruits and vegetables. Now, everyone has different diets. I won't make a video about diets in the near future, but try out any diet that works best for you. But whatever diet you try, make sure you intake and incorporate a lot of fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables, just eating healthy, it ties into spirituality as well, because when you're eating healthy, you're help healing the body as well. Because when you eat like shit, when you're eating junk foods and bad foods, you're damaging the body, and the mind is the body. The mind and the body are both connected. So when you eat shit foods, it's gonna damage the mind, you know, and that's not good. So make sure you eat healthy. Whatever your diet, some people eat meat, some people are vegan, some people are pescatarian, but whatever your diet is, make sure you add a lot of fruits and vegetables to your diet, because that also ties into spirituality. So don't forget meditations, fasting, yoga stretches, lifting weights, working out, and running. These 5 things are extremely important when it comes to I guess healing the body, pretty much, because you're pretty much all you're doing is you're releasing tension and stress and blockages, pretty much. And I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any spiritual practices that you do yourself, please comment down below. Or if you have any like other substitutes for spirituality, like when it comes to physical healing or even mental healing, let it be known, and comment your practices, and let me know what you think about this video. And I'm out. Peace.